The studio lights were hot, the cameras were rolling, and the audience was buzzing with anticipation. It was another episode of The Oprah Winfrey Show, a place where the world's most powerful voices came to be heard. But on this particular evening, something unexpected was about to unfold, something that would be remembered long after the applause faded. Sitting opposite Oprah was Senator John Neely Kennedy, known for his sharp wit, his down-home charm, and his unshakable faith. He wasn't the kind of man who sought the limelight, his style was plain, his words direct. But that night, Oprah had her sights set on testing him, pushing him, perhaps even embarrassing him before millions of viewers. Senator Kennedy, Oprah began with a gleam in her eye, you often talk about faith, about God, prayer, the Bible. Don't you think that's outdated? I mean, we live in a modern world where science and reason explain so much. Isn't clinging to faith just holding people back? The audience chuckled softly, as if already siding with her. The cameras zoomed in on Kennedy's face. For a split second, the senator's eyes narrowed, but then he leaned back in his chair with the calmness of a man who had been through storms before. Well, Oprah, he said slowly, his southern drawl settling over the room, I reckon you can take the church out of the man's schedule, but you can't take God out of his soul. The audience grew quiet. It wasn't the sharp rebuttal they expected. It wasn't defensive, it was deeper. Oprah smiled politely, trying again. But surely, Senator, with everything we know today, medicine, technology, progress, don't you think faith is just a crutch? Something people use because they're afraid of the unknown? Kennedy leaned forward, his hands clasped. Let me tell you a story, he said, ignoring the question directly. The audience leaned in with him. He told of a coal miner he once met in Louisiana, a man with nothing. No fancy education, no wealth, no health insurance. The miner had lost his wife, was raising 2 kids alone, and worked double shifts just to keep food on the table. One day, Kennedy asked him how he kept going. The miner had looked him straight in the eye and said, because when the world beats me down, I still have someone to lean on who doesn't break. That man didn't see faith as a crutch, Kennedy said, his voice low but strong. He saw it as his backbone. Science didn't give him the strength to keep working those shifts. Technology didn't tuck his children in at night. It was faith. The kind of faith that whispers to you in the dark, when no one else is listening, you're not alone. The studio was silent. Oprah shifted in her chair, her confident posture softening. She had expected clichés, but this was raw, human. Still, she pressed on. But what about all the harm done in the name of faith, she asked. Kennedy didn't flinch. Ma'am, people can twist anything. You can misuse medicine, you can misuse power, you can miss us.